guys. Well, and as you can tell from the sign above me, I am at the airport. And what does that mean? Well, it's just about St. Patrick's Day. It is St. Patrick's Day weekend. Not quite St. Patrick's Day. But I'm here in the airport, and you know what that means? It's time to go back for Flower and Garden. Now, if you guys have been following along, you just saw me come back from Festival of the Arts. You might have actually seen a food review for Flower and Garden before you saw me come back from Festival of the Arts, just so I could get my timing right. But I am ready to jump on the plane, ready to make an experience happen. It's Thursday, March 13th at about 5:30. My plane takes off at 6:30, so we start boarding at 6, which means we land at 9. And schmoohead that I was, yeah, I wanted to try some other companies to reserve and see what travel is like. So I made reservations with another town car company. And because I've not worked with them before, and it was hard to fill in the forms, and I got most of the way through, like almost every single thing, and then paused at the credit card and forgot to finish it. Got to the airport today and went, I haven't seen a confirmation yet. Yeah, because I didn't book a pickup. So guess what I just did as I was walking to my gate? So we have the pickup scheduled, and I also have the return trip scheduled for stupid o'clock in the morning. And so I get there, it's 9. I'll get over to get baggage. I did check a bag. I'm hoping it won't be too crazy. It often can take up to a half an hour, but as soon as that's done, it's about a half an hour to get to the resort, which means I'm expecting to get to the resort at 10. Earlier would be lovely, but 10 is what I'm expecting. But I won't have had dinner. And everything will be just about closing. I think 11 o'clock is some pickup quick serve, but when you've got a food allergy, that's a whole lot harder to do. So there are a few places that are open later for food at Disney Springs. So we're going to play it by ear to see exactly when I get there. I'm going to double check the times that all of the places in the resort are open and what I can order. And then if I can't, then, we're going to play that one by ear. I may be rushing into Disney Springs for a dining review. If not, we'll see. I have a bottle of water. I'm ready to get on the plane. For those of you who are following along, Southwest literally yesterday just announced that they're changing all their plans, and now it's going to be stupidly expensive to fly on them because they're going to charge you per bag unless you've bought the really expensive flights, which is pretty much what every other airline does, and the reason I became a devoted diehard fan of this group. And while I don't like Spirit because the seats are unbearably uncomfortable, they're no better than that at this point. So yeah, we're going to see how we proceed with this. Yeah. So I'm getting ready to chill for a bit, board the plane. There will be some lovely montage footage of the plane flying, and then we're going to be in Orlando. Flower and Garden. We have a special returning surprise guest. So we're going to have Arlene joining us. I don't know if you remember seeing her. I'll try to find a vlog that she and I were in and put it, up over here so you guys can enjoy that. But yeah, we're going to have Arlene. She's not going to be there tonight. She'll be joining us in the evening tomorrow when we start doing Flower and Garden. We're going to do Flower and Garden over 2 days because there's a lot of food. And we're going to hit as much as we can hit and speed on through and get everything we can get. And we'll go from there. Woohoo. So remember to like this video if you haven't yet, because hey, we're just at the beginning. But if you're new to this, subscribe to this channel. We get a lot more coming. Gluten-free dining reviews, traveling as an adult to Disney. I was going to try to do Mardi Gras Universal, but the foods didn't look like there was enough there for me to make a whole special trip, especially when I only had 2 days. That's where we are right now. So sit back and relax, enjoy the pretty flight, and let's get you to Orlando. Let's make some magic. So we are off the plane. Relatively not a problem flight. There were definitely loud cheering people on it, but I had noise canceling headphones. Yay! We are on our way to the monorail, and I'm trying a new car service this time. I will tell you, I'll stand behind Donovan any day of the week. They're phenomenal. But in all fairness to everybody else, I need to try some other services. So I'm trying Orlando Town Car, I believe it's called. I'll get it for you and try to put the name at the bottom as I'm doing this. So we're going to see what they're like. I've already gotten a message saying that they are, my driver's there. It gave me the driver's name. Through their sort of app site link, it directed me to a place where I can text them. So I'm not getting their personal information, but I am able to share and communicate. And we'll see how it goes. All right, monorail.
Please stand clear of the doors and hold on to the handrails. The gate link will be departed.
Okay, so some subtle differences. Usually Donovan gets here before you even land. So he would already be there waiting because he'd be tracking the flight. Now, I did this one really, really late, so it's, I'd be more curious to see what would happen on the other side of this. But let me double check. Yeah, this is where 12 is where my bags are supposed to come down, it looks like. So I'm just waiting over by it and sitting. Why not? My flight landed about 15 minutes early. I said the flight lands at 9. The driver is 12 minutes away. So they're not going to get here till 9. So I'm not greeted as you come down the escalator. But I don't have bags yet either. So just your mileage may vary, or you may have different issues. But so that's where we are with that. And I'll tell you more when it gets here. Look, we're here. It's the Riviera. Yay! Da 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 da, Riviera. So I've dropped my bags off at the desk. The driver was wonderful. I'll tell you more about him later. But I am now rushing to try to get dinner at Bar Riva because they close in like 10 minutes. So let's do it. Okay, so I have just dropped my bags off at the front desk, rushed out to eat at Bar Riva and have dinner, had a burger and a drink. Thank you very much. I am now going to head back to the room, or up to the room. I've been given my room now. So we're going to close up for the night. I'm going to give my napkin back to this nice gentleman so he can finish cleaning up and go home. And we're heading back to the room. I'll give you a room tour. We'll finish out the night, talk about what's ahead for us on this trip. Woohoo! Let's go. It is 70 glorious degrees out. Back home it's 46. It is peaceful. This is the bocce ball court, by the way, guys. If you have ever played bocce ball, I used to many, many years ago. The pool is just over the hedge over there. That's the lake, which I'm not sure what view I'm going to have, and then there's another pool back that way. But we're going to head in over near Primo Piatto with our band because we are staying at this resort, and we are going to head into our room. Oh, look, they have an outside bench to swing in. I got to figure out if I can do this. All right, in we go. It worked. Okay, now we're going to take the elevators up. East elevators. Yeah, we are on the east wing, so this is our side. Last time, we stayed on the west side over there. This time we're on the east side. Here we go. Okay, so we are in the elevator. We're on the 9th floor. There are 10 floors of the building. So let's see what it looks like. Keep in mind, hi, it's you. Shh, it's dark out. I love the carpets. I don't know if you can see that. Whoop, hold on. Isn't the carpet pretty? I love the design. All right, we are in 89. Whoop, hold on. 8984, so we're going to go more east. Now, we did get the preferred room. Oh, look at the painting. We did get a preferred room, which means a water view rather than a fireworks view. But that's okay. This is us. And we'll be already gone by the time you see this, so here we go, guys. Here we go. You walk in, and right at the door, isn't that perfect, is a little, a little ledge for you. believe this is a link to another room. No, maybe not. Oh, it is. So yeah, so we're not using that door. So we're gonna lock that because we don't want any surprises with people coming into our room. There we go. Then you have pillows and a laundry basket in the stand. You've got your safe in here. This is lovely. Then when you walk in, and this is actually, this foyer is kind of great because an ECV can park in here, and that's helpful. Then you walk in, oh, they changed it. Oh, well, that's interesting. I've got a handicap accessible one. Probably a good plan. So there we've got that. We've got one sink. Disappointing to me, I'll be honest. And then a beautiful shower with that wonderful, wonderful top. So that's very lovely. It's a little small. I'm surprised I didn't ask for one of the rooms that was accessible. That's, I mean, it's not awful, but it's a surprise. Lovely. Whoop, hold on. Let's get you back to center. Hi. Full-length mirror here. Then you walk in and you have kitchen stuff. Mugs and cups and all that. We've got teas and coffees, and we do have a microwave. So I am going to be able to nuke my fries. Now in here, you'll see, you'll look at it and go, but wait a minute, there's only one bed. Yes, this is the first bed. The second bed is over here. You pull this table out. See the table down there? And then you can see the hooks on the wall. Hold on. That's going to be what you pull out. And we even have a table. Hi, table. I'm not going to pull the bed down. You'll see that down actually when Arlene gets here, because Arlene's going to be joining us for this trip. And we have, all right, so we have a pool view, which I now have to unlock. All right, there's 2 steps. I know I always do this. Why is it not opening? No, that's the lock. That's an unlock. Oh, there's a second one. Ha ha ha. For people who are just not sure how to do it. So as you can see, there is one lock. And then down here is the second one. So, more importantly, here's our view. So you can see I drive in the distance. You get the lake. Now last time my view was in that building over there, and you really got just a straight on stunning view of the lake. So view-wise, meh, this is not the perfect view, but it's nice. I had asked for a preferred room because I think that was all that was left, but I thought it was going to be on the other side. Oh, the Skyliner is still running. I don't know if you can see it. Let me, hold on. I don't know if you can see it in the distance there. But it is peaceful, and that's all Caribbean Beach down there. Now, when I like to stay in the Caribbean Beach, I tend to like to be in those buildings right there. Topolino's is right above us. So when we go do our dinner at Topolino's, we just go up on flight and we're there. That's kind of awesome. You do not have a ton of privacy with your balcony. I don't know if you can see that here. But, you know, I can kind of see through, so it's not like I'd be running around without clothes on or anything here. You know, not that you really want to do that at a Disney Park area resort anyway, but... Oh. It looks like the Skyliner just stopped. I wonder if it was a slowdown to get people... Yeah, it was just a slowdown, I think, to get people home because it's picking up again. The other place is the hub for the Skyliner goes down into right about there. And that's the other place that it's nice to stay. I prefer to be right on the Skyliner line. Now, what's nice about being down at that one is you are the quickest jump to Hollywood Studios or Epcot. Whereas if you're up here, you're really focused on Epcot. And you see the little lakes down there, right in there? That's the walkway that gets you past. That's where the Rapunzel and the Peter Pan mosaics are. And that's the walkway right out to where you see the Skyliner kind of coming down right in there. So yeah, and that's the pool I slept in. I swam in once for like 5 minutes before the storm hit. And we know there's another storm hitting. And then I got to be really careful, but out over that way, over here is where the other pool is. And that's the big pool. I think this is more like the adults' quiet pool here. So this is more the adults' quiet area. We're right above the bocce ball. This is lovely. Okay, I now have to figure out where my workspace is going to be during all of this. And I think it's going to be here. That is my desk for tomorrow. And to be completely frank, as beautiful as it is, I'm very tempted to leave the door open tonight. All right. I forgot to call and get my bags, so I've got to go do that now. I'll be right back. Have been ordered, so they're on their way. But let me show you, I forgot to show you the pull-down bed, the small. This room actually sleeps 5 people if you want. 2 in this queen-size bed, 2 in that queen, that was loud. 2 in this queen-size bed, 2 in that queen-size bed, and then 1 in this. And this is the bed, actually, that Lori slept in the last time she was here. Here we go. And it's very cute. It's got sleeping creatures, it's got Rapunzel stuff. And it's the only thing that's really Rapunzel in this space, so I'm not quite sure what the logic behind that is, but it's awesome, so yeah. All right, I'm going to heat up my fries that were cold and get myself ready for sleep, get myself set up so that I have room to work tomorrow. We're good to go. Yeah, by the way, I met some incredible ladies tonight in Bar Riva. They're all doing insurance with Florida Blue, which I found out is very similar to mine own, listen to me and Renfair speak, in my own insurance. And it's just very nice, you know, just speaking with them and learning a little bit about what they do and helping them come up with ideas for their podcast. And it's, ladies, if you're joining, if you're watching, it's a pleasure to have met you. It's a pleasure to welcome you in. Hope you're enjoying. This video has helped you figure out how to travel to the parks. Please give it a thumbs up. You know, like, share, subscribe, you know, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. And don't forget that I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?